What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Now, yesterday we made a video basically talking about the continued drop and correction within most of the major cryptocurrencies, pretty much correlating with the S&P 500, as most of these cryptos were dropping and they were very much so falling the same amount, for the most part, linked with the S&P 500. So the more the S&P dropped, so did major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Crazy thing now is that we have to deal with is we know the drop happened. We know why the drop is happening because of information and news that's coming out about the feds. But how much lower and where is the bottom? So hopefully in today's video, we can try to find the bottom for cryptocurrency, maybe put in some preventative measures to at least, better prepare us on these great discounted prices, because we know that this is temporary. We've seen it since 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 5 years now, 6 years now being in the space here, that this is just a small correction. We've seen this before. Bitcoin has historically, cyclically fallen 80%, 90%, 70% in the past every 3 to 4 years. So we're experiencing it again. This is a temporary drop. So we are going to put in some preventative measures to actually capitalize off these runs here and hopefully find where the bottom is, as low as it could possibly go, and what we should be doing about it. With that being said, guys, today's video is brought to us by VENICESWAP. As you guys can see here, this is a new exchange that plans on opening up in February 2022. So stay tuned. That's actually like next week, but it could open up sometime in February here. But it's easy to use, payment options, high exchange limit, awesome support, and they're also creating a swap. So it's not just an exchange. You can also see they're also opening up a swap too, which is really cool. So we're going to hopefully check it out in a couple months here to see how exactly it works and stuff like that. But more information about VENICESWAP will be at the end of today's video. I've also linked them down in the description below if you'd like to check them out earlier. And with that being said, guys, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, really quickly, quick refresh, top 10 cryptocurrencies. Slow consolidation. We've hit a small bump in the road, small bottom. Prices are starting to consolidate back up as expected, as most of these cryptocurrencies just experienced an extreme 40 to 50% drop, and they are extremely oversold now, signifying a small consolidation movement here that would hopefully keep us stagnant. You can also understand, and what I'm starting to notice too, is consolidation seems to be for crypto Saturday and Sunday. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but Saturday and Sunday seems to be more of this consolidative measure. Like looking at yesterday and today, they're much smaller than the previous ones, mainly because what I believe is the stock market is closed. I don't know. That's my thought. That's my theory here. We'll see if that holds true moving forward, but I'm starting to notice that markets are closed. We don't know what to expect, but obviously come tomorrow, we'll see if these markets continue to dump. But moving forward, you can see right now we're trading at 1.62, up about 1.66%. Really not much movement. There's nothing crazy here to talk about. It's not really worth talking about it. Yeah, some coins are up better than others. Shiba's up 12%. Some of these are consolidating very well here as people are trying to buy in, and definitely dollar cost average, which is a big recommendation, at least in my books here. With cryptocurrency, obviously, and also with stocks and mutual funds, it's very, very, very smart to obviously dollar cost average your positions. That's what I am doing in this market, just buying in at these extremely low prices, because I do believe that by like the summer of this year in 2022, we'll start to see prices rise back up. Hopefully by then, all the interest rates will be pretty much set. We'll know what it is. And then hopefully the balance sheet that the Fed puts out, will be done so by then. And at least then we'll maybe start to see prices rise, but we'll see. But moving forward here, top 10 looking at XRP right now, you can see we are oversold. Ethereum is oversold. We have Bitcoin, which is oversold. S&P 500, not on the weekly, but on the daily here, is oversold here. So everything is at a bottom right now. So in regards to how much lower these cryptos can move to, we haven't really hit a significant support right now, which is unfortunate. The next drop off within XRP, and unfortunately, I do believe we are probably going to be heading lower. I don't want to spread any FUD here, but you have to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. I do believe strongly the next drop, as we are currently at a support. So we have to also consider this. Hopefully this is the bottom. It'd be very nice to assume that maybe this is the lowest point we move to. You can see right here, at least with XRP, unfortunately, we did break outside this massive, symmetrical triangle, which is extremely unfortunate here. I'm also noticing maybe an interesting trend to the downside here. If I continued to scale this out, I'm starting to notice an interesting pattern. So if I delete this and I delete this and I delete these, you can see we're still in a much bigger falling wedge than I originally anticipated. Clear resistance at the top. Support seems to be something like this. I'd like to scale it out a little bit better. Something along maybe these lines here, more of an uptrend like this, who knows, however you want to look at it. It could be something like this, but a much bigger trend and falling wedge pattern here where prices are continuing to drop lower. It's expected, but there is a support. We are at a pretty significant support as we speak right now, not only within XRP, but it's a lot of these cryptocurrencies. You can see that this could very well be the bottom, and if broken, would swing us probably lower to about 43 cents. That's the next level. So I did dollar cost average, and I am buying in on these prices, and I'm talking about long-term holdings. So we have short-term holdings and long-term holdings. Long-term holdings is obviously just accumulating more, buying more cryptocurrency to hold for the future of the long term if you believe in it. If you believe in it. Just like buying mutual funds, if you're going to, or stocks, you buy the stocks because you believe in the company. Same thing applies with XRP and these cryptos. So I believe that we're going to be moving much higher. 60 cents right now is a good time, I think, for myself to buy in long-term, collecting more. Short-term, we're in a short position, as you guys remember. We put in a short position a few days ago on XRP as well as Bitcoin here. The second we saw confirmation of a break here, it's been 4 days now. We broke through support at 73 cents. We fell extremely low. We do have stop losses pretty tight at 64 cents in case we decide to reverse up. But we put in a short position on Bityard. Hopefully you guys are familiar with Bityard. We use this to basically leverage trade cryptocurrencies, almost all of them on the channel here. So I highly recommend that you sign up to Bityard. It's completely free to enter. So the link is in the description. And when you do sign up, also make sure to collect your free crypto right here, get free crypto. When you sign up, click this as well as your daily mining, which you should partake in. Also, it's a great way to follow along with us. And you can see they have a demo account right here, which allows you to actually practice with free money, Monopoly money, and practice your skills. And when you're ready, you can then use real cryptocurrency. So it's great. They have a ton of good features here. It's available right now pretty much for everyone here. They have spot trading as well. So it's a great exchange overall, and I highly recommend it. Better than Coinbase, better than Binance in regards to leveraging and spot trading cryptocurrency. So highly recommend you check this out. So we have short positions in on XRP. We also have short positions in on Bitcoin right here. We hit major resistances and are starting to correct lower. You can see there is a bottom here, and this is what I kind of want to show you guys. So there is this trend, there is this support. I don't know, this might actually look a little bit better now that I'm adjusting things here. Check this out. So this is now a much bigger falling wedge pattern on XRP than I originally envisioned here. Major falling wedge continued pattern here, but we are at a bottom. And I'm starting to notice this. There is some sort of supports you can see that we are hitting here. It's very much so easy to view when we jump to the weekly here. You can see where this has been, clear resistances in the past. Clear resistance, clear support. Here we are at support. So I'm hoping this is the bottom. Ideally, this is hopefully the bottom. If we continue to move lower, like I said, the next drop off is 40 cents. That's why we have a short-term short position in anticipating runs to the downside. And obviously, we'll be buying these prices if we head lower because I don't know, and nobody knows where the exact bottom is. So we are going to continue to just buy in as prices continue to scale down. But short term, we do have a short position opened in case we continue to dump. But you can see the falling wedge pattern that's now starting to present itself. So that's really what my update is for XRP specifically. I am very excited to see that there is this falling wedge pattern here, something easier to track. And it also starts to carry on to these other cryptos like Ethereum here. So if I jump to Ethereum's weekly, we can start to see other developing patterns here. Unfortunately, it's a little nerve-wracking, and I want to talk about the S&P 500 in a minute, like how much lower we can move to. We're coming back down on Ethereum to its weekly moving averages here. You can also see the next bottom support is about 1889. So we're not at that support right now, but there is, and we are very close to actually hitting that bottom support, which is right at these moving averages. I'd be very shocked to see if Ethereum falls below 1832. I'd be very, very, very confused and shocked if we broke below that. You can see we have already broken through the weekly on XRP, so I think XRP is more undervalued than Ethereum is right now. And then jumping to the daily, for Ethereum here. Or originally, you can see bottom support, I think projected bottom is 1931, maybe even a little lower, 1761. But you can see why I believe this is support for Ethereum if this continues to dump lower. So that's where my theory is as to how much lower Ethereum is going to move to. If you want to continue to scale this lower, you can see where that level is at this green support right here. We are extremely oversold right now, so some consolidation would be ideal right now, as I do believe we will see that since we are oversold. And as for Bitcoin, same thing. We have a bottom put here, very similar to Ethereum. Bottom is right here. We're almost there. And same thing here. Bottom is almost there. So you can see XRP is more undervalued than these other cryptos. There's a little bit more leeway to head lower. Like I said, with same thing with XRP, a little bit lower could head us down to maybe, and I'll see if I can find something else on the weekly, like maybe down to like this level here, like 51 cents. I don't think we'll go as low as 40, but maybe 51 cents is ideal. Another 10 cents off the coin would show a pretty solid support level here. And then looking at Bitcoin again, you can see we have been shorting this since we broke through our clear price floor at $40,000. The second we really confirmed it, it was more so at like 41,776, around that area here. That's when we entered a short position. I'll zoom in so you guys can see. The second we closed this candle right here, this was on the 20th. We closed, this is about 3 days ago. We shorted it. We closed right here at about 40,808. We broke through this support, which was the ideal buy-in to short. We closed below this. This price floor was 41,707, like I said. Closed below here, bought in, shorted it, and we've been pretty good right now. Stop losses are pretty tight, just in case we reverse up, as we are seeing a little bit of oversold right now. Although I do believe we're going to continue to head lower, this is just short-term movement. So we have a short-term short position with expectations of, moving lower. And for the S&P 500, I also would like to think, and I would like to hope that we are very close to the bottom. If we are currently oversold, just entering oversold, the next drop would probably send us to, I'm seeing it more so right around 42.66. In this zone right here, 42.76. Problem is the weekly shows a much lower drop. Like we are so much overextended compared to where the moving averages are that if we were to continue to tank, it could send us down to 39.55, which is unfortunate. I don't want to, I hopefully don't think we're going to drop this low. This would be a really big dump. It'd be very crazy to see a very big dump without the amount of fear that we're seeing right now within the markets, because this is all manipulation based off the Feds. We're not seeing that dump right now, unlike what happened with COVID, 08, 09, housing market crisis, stuff like that. We're not seeing that right now. There's nothing imminent right now within the news, at least not yet, that would signify a major flash sell-off down 25% here, because you can see we're currently down about 8.5. A big drop that would shoot us down 25% would be something pretty traumatizing, like COVID, which happened originally. So we're not seeing that right now. So I don't know what's in the plan for how much lower S&P can move to. We do know that by March is when the first rate hikes, or when they start increasing the rate hikes in regards to selling to commercial banks and stuff like that. We're not seeing that until March. So who knows? And I've seen in the past that even though interest rates increase, doesn't necessarily mean stock market drops. It usually has to do with the balance sheet sell-off. That has to do with mainly what causes these drops to happen. So it's a confusing time that we're in right now, but I do believe we're still pretty bearish on these markets until the summer. So we have to consider lower movements, the lowest point being the weekly at about 39.55 here. Hopefully we see some short-term consolidation right now. Hopefully it takes a little bit longer to consolidate and maybe we head down. I'm hoping this is the bottom that we're at right now, but we have to consider where our, shortcomings can move to. Hopefully we stay here. There is a small chance we can move a little lower, but I'd be very shocked if Bitcoin and crypto heads back down at $20,000. It'd be very crazy to see a very extreme 80% sell-off. Possible, yes, but that's pretty much the update for today, guys. That's where the projected target bottoms are. We still have short positions opened on Bitcoin and XRP. I do think maybe we'll head a little bit lower. We are oversold right now, so it might be more consolidation than a potential head lower. As you can see right now, within the falling wedge pattern on XRP, it might take us a few days to fill in this gap here. Make a decision. We might head lower or we might head higher. But I do believe more consolidation is necessary. I do believe sideways movement is necessary for these coins to pretty much figure out where they're going to be moving to. But I'd like to think with these markets being oversold at this time period, we might start to see some consolidation, maybe some movement back up. But who knows? Otherwise, guys, I do want to talk more about VENICESWAP with you. I want to give a huge shout out to VENICESWAP for sponsoring today's episode. So guys, VENICESWAP is proud to announce the launch of their one-stop crypto experience exchange as well as swap. And their roadmap foresees the launch of VENICESWAP crypto exchange coming soon in the month of February. And once launched, their exchange will actually be available for your PC as well as your smartphone and tablet. And shortly after, they expect to see completion of their first provided crypto tools with publishing of their DeFi swap application. So guys, VENICESWAP intends to shape a new concept of the cryptocurrency exchange where a bunch of different applications will create a powerful, shared, one-stop crypto experience for end users and traders. Now guys, beyond being a one-stop experience crypto trading solution, VENICESWAP aims to shape an entire blockchain-based financial ecosystem. That means that they have arrived to a crucial point where they have a great VENICESWAP proof of concept and also 2 applications in development, which, as you guys hopefully figured out, is their swap and exchange. Now also guys, keep in mind their VENICESWAP app uses an automated market maker, also known as AMM, in place of an order book, and the AMM replaces the buy and sell orders in an order book market with a liquidity pool of 2 assets, both valued relative to each other, and as one asset is traded for the other, the relative price of the 2 assets shift, and a new market rate for both is created. Now in this dynamic, a buyer or seller trades directly with the pool rather than specific orders left by other parties. Now the team also has plans to promote VENICESWAP on a global basis in order to offer it to all of their customers because it will change the way they buy, sell, trade, and swap their favorite cryptocurrency and tokens. And lastly guys, VENICECoin is the utility token that the VENICESWAP platform will use in all transactions related to distributed credits on the platform itself, and Venice powers the VENICESWAP ecosystem, and it follows the ERC20 token standard on the Ethereum blockchain. And guys, its credit system is already tokenized on a private ledger, and it will be a shared resource among all the products published in its platform. Now the final goal is to adopt VENICECoin as its internal fuel, creating a public ledger blockchain based on the VENICESWAP platform. So guys, make sure to check out the links in the description where you can learn more about their project and keep up to date with their platform launch. Otherwise, huge shout out to VENICESWAP for sponsoring today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.